Hello, my name is Amandla, and I have a PhD in gender studies. I'm here at Georgia State University campus in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm here to advocate for LGBTQ rights. I'm going to go around this campus asking male students if they would be willing to donate one of their testicles to benefit trans men and help stop toxic masculinity. Walk with me. Would you donate one of your testicles to benefit trans men? And would you donate one of your testicles to benefit trans men and help fight toxic masculinity?
I'd have to know more about the medical implications of me like having a procedure to get rid of my testicles, but like I'm not against the idea entirely.
Would you be willing to donate one of your testicles to benefit trans men and help fight toxic masculinity?
Sure, why not?
And would you be willing to donate one of your testicles to benefit trans men and help them fully transition medically?
Yeah. I mean, I'm a trans woman, so yeah.
Oh, okay. How about you?
Yeah, I suppose, in theory, yeah. I mean, practically, I'm not really sure. That's a kind of a big ask to spring on me suddenly, but
It's like it's something you would consider. Would you consider that? Like, we're just trying to assess if an average man would be willing to consider that.
Yeah, if I ever felt like I definitely was like, I don't want kids, and somebody explain like, if I knew that things were going to function properly afterwards, I don't see a problem with that.
Yeah,
really,
because there is a risk entailed too.
Would you be willing to donate one of your testicles to benefit trans men and help fight toxic masculinity?
It's just like right now, would I go?
Would you consider that?
Yeah, I'd consider it.
Okay. So would you be willing to donate one of your testicles to benefit trans men and help fight toxic masculinity?
Yeah, I probably would.
So would you be willing to donate one of your testicles to benefit trans men and help them medically transition and also help fight toxic masculinity?
Probably not. I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, so we're just trying to assess whether or not an average man would be willing to donate, do organ donation.
Knowing the average ship, I don't know if they would. I'm not gonna lie, but I never thought about it. I haven't put much thought about it.
So for you personally, you wouldn't consider that?
Maybe if I was a bit older, I would say maybe I would consider it. Yeah.
America's primarily a Christian country. Do you think more people need to start believing in Jesus and following his teachings?
Jesus is also a patriarchal story that has been co-opted by mainstream religion and white people.
Yeah.
His literal name was Yeshua. That's not even his name,
So it's not about institutional religious
indoctrination of people trying to control them. It's about a genuine connection to the spirit and godliness and nature and the body. We were just talking about this morning, this genocide couldn't happen if it wasn't for the level of true disembodiment, which is also perpetuated by the prison industrial complex, the medical industrial complex, capitalism, the whole 9 yards.
أنت تحكي عربي؟ لا. Okay.
I don't speak Arabic.
Where are you from?
That's none of your business. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, do you know where that keffiyeh comes from?
Yeah, Palestine.
That's not a Palestinian keffiyeh, actually. The Palestinian keffiyeh is black and white.
Well, no, this is.
That's a Jordanian keffiyeh.
Yes.
So that's why I asked if you know where it comes from.
Okay, so this isn't mine. Someone gave it to me today.
If you want to know what it's like to be trans and work with children but not pass as the gender you identify with, let me tell you. I work with preschool age children, about 3 to 4 years old. I guess my boss sent out an email to the staff and the parents of my room, letting them know that I'm trans and what pronouns I identify with and stuff. My coworker is great. She has never misgendered me. And when I'm in different rooms, some of the kids will ask me are you a boy or a girl? Because my hair is kind of a mid-length, but it's short enough that it applies to the kids' logic of boys have short hair and girls have long hair kind of thing. On my first day in the room, one of the kids asked me how I'm a boy if I have this thing. And then she pointed at her nose where my piercing is. I've actually had kids correct other kids on my pronouns, saying that he's not a she, he's a boy. And correct other kids. It's so cute. I've seen parents correct their kids too. The other day I was leaving work at the same time as one of the kids and she was talking about me to her mom and she was like, yeah, like, no, but she doesn't, whatever. And then the mom was like, yeah, like, he doesn't do whatever, and like kept talking. And I was like, that's just so nice. No one's made it like an issue. We're still like having these conversations, which is literally the sweetest thing ever. Like, on one of my like first days, one of the parents dropped off her daughter, and she asked me if her daughter had called me a girl the day before, because apparently, I guess, she had told her mom that. And I was like, no, they just call me my name, because we're usually talking to each other. And she was like, I'm sorry if she called you a girl. We have a lot of books at home. And I was like, that's so nice. Like, she didn't have to, but she did. I've just had such a great experience. And
with my credit card, I maxed that out to 4,000.
What do you mean you max it out? Max it out or maxed it out?
I got confused with the credit debt and credit limit. So my parents got me a credit card. I ended up getting a max credit limit of $8,000. So I could spend up to $8,000. That's what that means, right? Me and my boyfriend, me and my friends, we would go out and I'm like, oh, I'll pay for everybody. I got it. It's just a credit card. I would pay and pay and pay and pay. And then I called my mom one day and I wanted her to be proud of me. So it's just like, hey, I've got $4,000 credit on my credit card. And she's like, credit limit or credit debt? I was like, what's debt? And she's like, that's bad. I'm like, I thought that was good. And she's like, no, your credit limit at the time it was 8,000. So I was like, okay, well the credit limit's 8,000. That's good, right? And she's like, yes, but you were $4,000 in debt. And then they were like, screw it, you're not going to pay this off in time. Give it to me. So my parents took it and they're still currently paying it off right now.
I know this is an outdated term, but is cultural appropriation not a thing anymore? I don't think you're Middle Eastern. You can't wear that scarf.
Like, technically, man, that is cultural appropriation.
That's shame. Shame, shame, shame. You really should be ashamed of yourself. You know, I'm going to film it right now. Look at that. That is a white person. That is a white person. Shame! Shame!
It is cultural appropriation.
Shame!
You have a good point.
Shame!
You have a great point, man.
I'm shaming her because she's white and she's wearing a Middle Eastern headdress. It's really not okay.
As a member of Congress with people, you know, who evidently had a racist attitude, and recently one even confronted me in a restaurant. And they don't say racist things, but what they say is they don't like something I said. They don't like a position that I took. But you know that, you know, if you were not black, you would not be approached that way.
They probably would not. They would think twice about doing it. They think that they can get away with doing it with you and that you're black.
Let's make sure we show up wherever we have to show up. And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
As a straight man, would you ever date a trans woman? Why?
That's a man.
If like a guy dated a trans woman, would you consider that gay?
It's all gay. I don't really know the difference. Lesbian is gay. Tranny is gay. Queer is gay. Whatever you do, you do.
So you gay or straight?
I'm bi.
I actually haven't asked a bi person this before. Would you date a trans man or woman?
Me personally, no. It's not my type.
Even though you're bi, so you like both?
Even though I'm bi, it's like, I think maybe that's the difference between bi and pansexual. I think pansexual people, I think that's the thing because they like transsexuals as well. And I just don't. It just ain't my thing.
I have to think about that one. It depends like how strong I'm feeling about that person.
So do you think that if a straight guy dated a trans woman, would that be considered gay?
I don't feel like that really matters though.
If I knew before, probably not. But if I got like hoodwinked into it, yeah, I don't know.
Would you consider it gay to date a trans woman?
No, I don't think so. I think she's a girl at that point.
So as a straight man, would you ever date a trans woman?
No.
Would you say that it's gay if a straight guy was dating a trans woman?
Yeah, I would probably say it's gay.
Why do you say that?
Because it's not really a woman, is it?
What if they have like the full surgery and they chopped it off and everything?
I would probably still say it's gay, yeah.
Out the womb, you know, whatever they come out biologically, I think that's how it should be, to be honest.
As a straight man, would you ever date a trans woman?
No.
Do you think that it's gay for a straight guy to date a trans woman?
Yes, that is very gay.
Why?
Still has a dick, bro.
But what if they have the, like, it's chopped off? They got the full surgery.
You're still born a man, bro. At the end of the day, you're a man. How you were born is what you are for the rest of your life. I don't believe in none of that chopping it off.
I had an abortion 2 years ago and I don't regret it at all. They yanked the fetus out of my uterus. And I'm so happy.
Okay.
I'm so grateful.
Okay.
And I'm a professor at this university.
Okay.
And I make more money than you.
Okay.
And what else?
What's your name?
That's none of your business.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll pray for you.
Okay, we'll pray the Lord save you.
Thank you.
Okay, no problem. I wish I knew your name so we can know where to pray. Well, either way, you're a soul. Either way, you're a soul.
Kind of an asshole.
What makes me that?
You kind of ruined everybody's lunch.
You won't give me my mic back. Please give me my mic back, please. Please, young lady. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good day. Okay, you're not stronger than me. All right. God bless you.
God bless you.
Hey, officer! This young lady she's trying to rip my stuff up.
Oh, I'm assaulting her.
She's assaulting. She's taking his stuff.
Come here.
I have it on video.
Yeah.
I'm assaulting her.
Yes.
You're very angry about your abortion.
Yeah. Let go of my stuff.
Okay,
Come
if
on.
I get arrested right now, I would literally blast out.
Like that?
Hi. No, it's not. Okay.
You should probably let him have just something.
We're gonna have it.
Can I?
Am I assaulting
Can-
by pumping that?
So you need to let go right now or you're under arrest.
Walk away right now. I already said I was going to let it go. I have a question for you, Ordinance. Mr. Ordinance, am I assaulting you by holding this court?
Can I get my stuff? Can I get my stuff, ma'am?
Now's your chance. We'll go talk, but we're over here.
Can I ask a question? Of course.
But let go right now. Let go right now.
Yes or no?
Let go right now.
Yes, no. Yes or no?
You're under arrest.
Would you rather be stuck in a forest with a man or a bear?
Bear. Man is scary.
With a bear.
What I've heard about bears, they don't always attack you, right? Unless you like fuck with them. So maybe a bear.
Depends what man, but probably a bear.
Oh, 100% a bear, which is like terrifying to say, but
Definitely a bear. Some men are very scary out there. A bear.
I would say a man.
Can I ask you what you identify as?
Identify?
Ethnicity?
I identify as an American.
Not an African American?
Yeah, I had to work on my own merits and pretty much promote the principles that I believe in, which is freedom, equality for all, which I believe that America does. And that's how I got elected into my position. I didn't get elected into my position because of the color of my skin or doing any race baiting stuff that it seems like you're promoting here.
Good afternoon, Julia. You know my pronouns are they, them. How are you doing?
Yeah. Thank you for telling me your pronouns. I use correct grammar. So the only thing I would need to refer you to is to your face would be you. But I'm not being rude. You can choose your pronouns. You can choose what you want to call yourself. But you don't get to require me to use incorrect grammar and factually incorrect things. You're not a plural. You're a one person, and you're a female person. So I will use she and her. Thank you very much.
Do what you like, I guess.
Well, there you are. You didn't need to tell me then, did you?
Maybe I'm just making sure people know in case they're watching and they want to refer to me respectfully.
Is it disrespectful for me to use correct factual grammar?
It's not incorrect or unfactual grammar to use singular they them pronouns for an individual. But we're here to talk about the CAS review.
Yeah, but you chose to bring it up.
You chose to use the incorrect pronouns for me.
I chose to use the correct pronouns for a single woman who is appearing on my show.
I'm not a single woman, though. I'm a very special non-binary trans person, as you just pointed out. I
didn't
really
just point that out.
in the crowd.
I didn't just point that out. I introduced you as a journalist and a Virgin Radio presenter.
No, just before I came on, you were talking about how people with all these labels like to be special. And I'm just making sure that everyone knows I'm special.
Okay, I'm not special. I'm just a boring old heterosexual married woman. But, sorry about that. We're not allowed to do that anymore. In fact, that probably does make me special now. I don't know.